Imagine plunging thousands of feet from the sky, strapped to your seat, surrounded by chaos. The air rushes past you, the earth spins below. This wasn't a nightmare. This was 17-year-old Juliane Koepke's reality on Christmas Eve 1971. Juliane and her mother were flying over the Peruvian rainforest, their destination Pucallpa, a remote town in the heart of the Amazon. They were going to visit Juliane's father, a renowned biologist. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. A massive thunderstorm tore through the sky, engulfing their plane. Lightning flashed. The aircraft bucked and shook violently. Then the unthinkable happened. The plane, ripped apart by the storm's fury, began to plummet towards the earth. The world turned upside down. Juliane, still strapped to her seat, was free-falling through the air. Terror gripped her. She remembers spinning rapidly, the jungle canopy rushing towards her, then darkness. She regained consciousness the next day, Christmas Day. Battered and bruised, she was miraculously alive. She was still strapped to her seat, which lay mangled amongst the wreckage. The rainforest, green and unforgiving, surrounded her. Her mother was gone, so was everyone else on board. Juliane was completely alone. Fear threatened to consume her, but deep down, a spark of determination flickered. She would survive. She had to. The Amazon rainforest is a wild beast. It's beautiful, yes, but deadly. It's a place of extremes, stifling heat, torrential downpours, and creatures lurking in every shadow. This was Juliane's new reality. Her injuries were severe: a broken collarbone, a deep gash on her arm. Her eyes were swollen shut. She was weak and in pain, but she knew she couldn't give up. Survival meant movement. She remembered her father's words, "Follow a stream, it will lead you to civilization." With newfound determination, she pushed herself up, ignoring the pain that shot through her body. Her journey had begun. Juliane moved slowly, her body screaming in protest. The humid air hung heavy, making each breath a struggle. Insects swarmed around her, drawn to her sweat and blood. But she pressed on. She found a small stream and began to follow it downstream. The water, thankfully, was clean. She drank deeply, quenching her thirst. Food, however, was scarce. She scavenged for berries, relying on her father's teachings to identify which was safe to eat. Nights were the worst. The darkness was all-consuming, filled with the sounds of unknown creatures. She huddled under fallen trees, seeking any semblance of shelter from the elements, but her spirit, though tested, never truly broke. Section 5. Jungle Wisdom. Juliane's time in the jungle with her father had taught her invaluable lessons. She knew how to identify edible plants, how to find water, and how to navigate the dense undergrowth. These skills, once merely interesting facts, became her lifeline. She used her knowledge to her advantage. She built rudimentary shelters from large leaves, providing some protection from the rain. She fashioned a walking stick from a sturdy branch, easing the strain on her injured leg. She even faced her fears head-on. She had a paralyzing fear of water after a childhood accident, but in the jungle she swam across rivers and streams, knowing it was the only way forward. Section 6. The Long Trek for Life. Days turned into nights, nights into days, a relentless cycle that seemed to stretch on forever. Juliane lost track of time, the days blending into an endless struggle for survival. All that mattered was survival. She had to keep moving, keep pushing forward despite the overwhelming odds. She continued following the stream, her body growing weaker with each passing hour, her energy reserves depleting rapidly. Her hope started to dwindle, the weight of despair pressing heavily on her shoulders. She encountered dangers at every turn, the jungle teeming with threats, both seen and unseen. Once she stumbled upon a group of wild pigs, their presence a stark reminder of the jungle's unpredictability. Their snorts echoed ominously in the silence, a chilling sound that sent shivers down her spine. She froze, her heart pounding in her chest, fear gripping her tightly. Slowly, carefully, she backed away, her movements deliberate and cautious, never taking her eyes off the menacing creatures, knowing that any sudden movement could provoke an attack. Another time she came face to face with a jaguar, its presence both majestic and terrifying. Its eyes glowed in the dim light, piercing through the darkness with an intensity that left her breathless. Terror, raw and primal, surged through her, every instinct screaming at her to run, yet she remained rooted to the spot. But the jaguar, perhaps sensing her fear, did not attack. Instead, it watched her intently, merely observing her for a moment as if weighing its options. Then, as silently as it had appeared, it melted back into the jungle, disappearing into the dense foliage, leaving Julianne to continue her arduous journey. Section 7. A Glimmer of Hope. After what felt like an eternity, Julianne stumbled upon a small clearing. There, lying on the ground, was a boat. Her heart leaped. Could this be it? Could this be her way out? She approached cautiously, her body trembling with a mix of hope and fear. The boat was old, half-rotted, but it offered a glimmer of hope in the vast green sea of despair. She pushed it into the water, her hands shaking. The current was strong, threatening to dash the boat against the rocks. But Julianne, summoning her remaining strength, paddled with all her might. She navigated through the treacherous water, her eyes fixed on the horizon. Section 8. Rescue and Recovery. After days on the river, Julianne's luck finally turned. She had been navigating the treacherous waters, battling exhaustion and the elements with only her sheer willpower keeping her going. She heard voices, human voices, for the first time in what felt like forever. The sound was faint at first, almost like a distant echo, but it was unmistakable. It was a lifeline. She called out, her voice hoarse and weak, but filled with desperate hope. The voices grew closer, and she could feel her heart pounding in her chest. She had been alone for so long, the thought of human contact was overwhelming. And then she saw them, a group of Peruvian loggers. They were rugged men, accustomed to the harsh realities of the jungle, but even they were taken aback by the sight of her. They were just as stunned to see her as she was to see them. Their eyes widened in disbelief, and they exchanged hurried, astonished words in Spanish. They helped her out of the boat, their faces a mixture of disbelief and awe. She had done it. She had survived against all odds. The loggers treated her with a gentle care, understanding the gravity of her ordeal. Julianne was taken to a nearby village where she received medical attention. The villagers were kind and compassionate, tending to her wounds and providing her with food and water. It was the first time in days that she felt safe. Her story, when it reached the outside world, became a global sensation. News outlets around the world picked up the incredible tale of survival, and Julianne became an overnight symbol of hope and resilience. She was hailed as a miracle, a symbol of resilience and the indomitable human spirit. Her journey was not just a story of survival, but a testament to the strength and determination that lies within us all. Julianne's experience inspired countless others, reminding the world of the power of hope and the human will to survive. Section 9. The Indomitable Spirit. Julianne Koepke's story is a testament to the power of the human spirit. She faced unimaginable challenges, isolation, injury, starvation, and the unforgiving wilderness. Yet she never gave up. She drew upon her inner strength, her knowledge, and her will to live. She stared death in the face and emerged victorious. Her story is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can endure. We can all learn from Julianne's experience. We can learn the importance of courage, resilience, and never giving up hope, no matter how dire the situation may seem. Section 10. A Legacy of Hope. The Amazon rainforest, a place of unparalleled beauty and mystery, has been the backdrop for countless stories of survival and resilience. Today, Julianne Koepke is a successful biologist, just like her father. Her journey from a young girl who survived a plane crash in the heart of the Amazon to a renowned scientist is nothing short of extraordinary. She has dedicated her life to studying the Amazon rainforest, the very place that tested her spirit and ultimately saved her life. Her work involves understanding the intricate ecosystems and the delicate balance that sustains this vast wilderness. Her story continues to inspire people around the world, from students in classrooms to professionals in various fields. Julianne's tale of survival and dedication resonates deeply. It teaches us that even in the face of adversity, even when all hope seems lost, the human spirit can prevail. Her experience is a testament to the power of determination and the will to survive against all odds. It's a story about survival, yes, but more importantly, it's a story about the incredible strength that lies within us all. Julianne's journey reminds us that we are often stronger than we think, capable of enduring and overcoming the most challenging situations. So the next time you face a challenge, remember Julianne Koepke. Think of her courage as she navigated the dense jungle, her resilience in the face of overwhelming odds, and her unwavering will to live. Remember her courage, her resilience, her unwavering will to live. Let her story be a beacon of hope, a reminder that no matter how insurmountable a challenge may seem, we have the strength within us to overcome it. Let her story be a source of inspiration, a reminder that we are capable of overcoming even the most daunting obstacles. Never give up, never lose hope. Embrace the legacy of hope that Julianne Koepke embodies, and let it guide you through your own trials and tribulations.